Fala rapaziada, Capitani na área e sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo, rapaziada. E antes de começar esse vídeo, rapaziada, eu já queria pedir pra vocês, deixa o seu gostei aqui nesse vídeo, comenta aí se você gosta de Alan Wake 2, se você tá gostando da nossa série. E lembrando, rapaziada, temos uma meta nesse vídeo, vamos bater 50 likes, então deixa sua curtida aí e vamos que vamos. Eu parei aqui nesse episódio em Alan Wake 2, nesse corpo aqui, tá? São os primeiros minutos, tá, de gameplay. Então, a gente vai, primeira coisa, a gente vai ver o nosso quadro, né? Conhecer a vítima, tudo mais. Pra quem não viu os últimos vídeos, dá uma olhadinha lá no último vídeo que vocês vão entender exatamente o que está ocorrendo aqui. A gente estava descobrindo quem era a nossa vítima. Então, a gente soube que é Robert Nightingale. Ele era ex-FBI, há 13 anos atrás ele foi demitido e veio para uma cidade e hoje foi morto, né? Hoje não, acho que foi ontem, ou sei lá. Então a gente agora vai precisar descobrir por que mataram ele.
This mug always cheers me up.
Não é a pior mãe. Vamos colocar isso aqui também. Isso aqui também. Eles planejaram que o assassinato acontecesse aqui, passando o tempo com equipamentos prontos. Esperavam por ele. Mas por que Nightingale? Ele desapareceu há 13 anos. A vítima veio de...
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Consigo sentir que Nightingale veio do lar, mas por que agora depois de 13 anos? Onde ele esteve? Novos objetivos, investigue a cena do crime, confira a margem do lago.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Tem alguma relação com Nightingale?
Casey, let's take a
Vamos
look
dar
down
uma
by the
olhada
lake.
no lago. Oh, meu Deus do céu. Não, não precisa, gente.
Right.
Não é por aí não. Vamos pro outro lado. Vamos pra lá, não.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is
Rapaziada, pera
creepy,
aí.
though.
Isso aqui não tava aberto quando a gente passou com o Nightingale? Isso aqui tava aberto.
Tracks.
Pegadas.
Nightingales?
Nightingales.
They come out from under the boulder.
Saem debaixo do pedregulho. Não faz sentido.
There's a piece of
Não
paper on
tá
the ground.
fazendo sentido porque isso tava aberto. Não tá fazendo sentido mesmo agora.
A page full
Uma
of
página
text on
totalmente
one
preenchida de
side.
um lado.
Not a printout.
Não é
Written with a
impresso.
typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
Reading
the
the
words.
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Tá maneiro.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Tá. Tô aqui, agora tem que voltar pro corpo. Deixa eu ver o que tá acontecendo
We
aqui.
found
A
a page
página.
in the woods.
Encontramos uma
A
página na
story about these
floresta.
events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Cara, por que que eu tô sentindo que isso vai dar ruim?
Found all I can here.
Encontrei o que posso
Time to
aqui.
properly examine the
Hora de
body.
examinar o corpo direito
See
e
what I
ver o
can
que eu
find
encontro
inside.
dentro.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Sim, não acho uma boa ideia, né? Mas... O que tem ali que tô vendo negócio ali? Ah, tá.
Did you know this entire
Sabia que toda essa
area
região
is
fica
inside a
dentro de uma
caldera?
caldeira?
This whole mountain used
Toda
to be
essa
an
montanha era
active
um
volcano.
vulcão ativo.
Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping
Estamos em
maw
cima
of
de uma
hell.
grande boca do
You got it.
inferno.
You made it
Boa!
I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair?
Trapaceando na
That's
feira da
almost a
ciência.
crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Beleza, daí. Chave de atalho.
Thanks.
Leve o carro de volta a Brick's Falls.
Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside.
Parece uma cidade legal, tirando os assassinatos.
Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
Stuff in something for us to find.
Mó longe esse... Onde não parou o carro? Ali.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Eu jurava que o meu carro era o outro. Eu achei que o meu carro era do policial. Não consigo tirar aquela página manuscrita da cabeça.
I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
É, eu também tô meio animado com esses mistérios, mas eu só espero até agora. Tá tranquilo, tá maneiro, tá, tô gostando do jogo, tá? Enquanto o jogo ainda não me matou do coração, mas tá maneiro, tá legal. Uma cidadezinha.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Hi.
Sinto o cheiro de café. Cara, assim, deu uma vontadezinha de tomar um cafezinho agora também, que... É aqui, né?
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Oh, um cafezinho, que maneiro. Pô, muito bonito. Meu, olha o céu, olha os gráficos desse jogo. O mar bem calmo. Caramba. Ah, lanchonete aqui.
The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing? Sure.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the
Alan
lake
Wake.
getting some details. Perfectly legal.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree,
Eita,
cult
da
of the
árvore.
tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Ele ia falar mais alguma coisa e a pessoa não deixou, hein?
The cult of the tree. What aren't the bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the writer fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
É.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down.
A lasqueira.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
Ué, tem mais coisa pra falar com ela?
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fez.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl.
Eita.
sorry. Who are you?
Cara,
I don't know what you're talking
a
about.
gentileza ali tá
It's
como?
me, silly.
Nossa, quem é
Rose.
você?
You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird. You don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Mas só pra saber, quem é aquela pessoa que a gente tava falando no começo do game, quando a pessoa liga e fala, mãe,
All set?
onde você tá?
My
Meu
guys
Deus
have
do céu.
Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult.
Seita assassina.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Nossa, bem
Hey, what do you know about
bonito.
that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Nossa, a cidade tá
Hey, boss.
bonita
Chris
demais.
is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
Opa,
I'd
tem um
like to
mapa
take
aqui,
a
hein?
closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
I'll be right with you, sir.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
How are you?
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Cara, mais uma pergunta. Eu sei que o orçamento tá limitado, né, xerife, igual você falou. Mas cadê a porra da energia? Nem pra acender as luzes.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death?
Qual foi a causa da
The
morte?
body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Quadro de casos.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. chest wound is cause of death. But the corpse is there's definitely something in his chest.
Tem algo no peito dele, assim, não deixaram isso aqui. Joias podem ser usadas como um indicador sutil de filiação, mas isso aqui não é sutil. Um distintivo de orgulho.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the